Hey guys, it's Eric with the Miller Park Minute, where we're throwing strikes and getting likes, hitting dingers, and getting listeners back again with another podcast. This is Saturday. I am live. We're talking live Brewers baseball. We're talking Sal Frelick today. We're going to talk about some trade deadline stuff. I got some upcoming content. Really excited here, guys, because this is our time. And I'm going to use that phrase a lot. It is our time, meaning it is the internet's time. It is the positive voices of the internet's time. Welcome to the show, Richard. Good to hear from you. Good to see you. So it is the positive voices of the internet. It is taking over media. I had a conversation with some of my fellow podcasters today talking about how mainstream Wisconsin sports media is terrible. I've been talking about it for weeks now, and I'm ready. I'm here and I'm ready, and you are going to see this face more. You're going to see me highlight the positive faces, the positive voices, and we're going to talk some positive about Brewers baseball and then enjoy the game, because that's what this is about. Sports isn't about the misery. A lot of people focus on the misery. I'm not $720 million richer right now. Toss it. I think it was 720. I don't even know. It was Mega Millions. I bought it the other day. I thought, hey, let's take a crack. I don't buy a lot of those though. Actually, this week I bought 2, which is way more than I buy at any juncture and any time in my life. But that being said, let's talk about the Brewers. Let's talk about what's going on. Let's talk about yesterday's game too. I think that's kind of important to highlight in the sense that. Well, we lost, but we didn't lose in terrible fashion, and I think that's the most important part. It was a very competitive matchup against the Atlanta Braves, and I think a lot of people thought that we were going to just get slammed. We were going to get brutalized, and that's not the case. It's not what it is. It's not who we are. This team is a better team, and I think it's important to focus on that. You know, we are, as much as we are in a bad division, or if you want to call it a bad division, we're still playing competitive baseball every day. We're still putting wins and losses on the board. We are still first in the NL Central with a record of 54 and 44. 10 games above 500. Let's realize that and focus on those things. So that being said, let's go into the box of last night's game. We'll talk about it. We'll break it out. Freddie didn't have it. Freddie gave up a long ball. What do I always say about Freddie? As long as Freddie avoids the long ball, he's going to be fine. He gave up 2 long balls. So Bryce Wilson, bang up job. 5 Ks. No earned runs, no hits. Mejia, bang up job. No earned runs, no hits, and 1 strikeout. Good stuff. I see that as the bad. I don't see that as downright ugly. I don't think Freddie was quite as terrible as a lot of people portray it. The downright ugly moment is the home run that won them this game. Orlando Arcia, former Brewer, hitting a home run. That's the downright ugly moment. Now, Orlando Arcia was never something for us. He was good, but he just wasn't next level. As Orlando Arcia has come to the Braves and kind of been put in a position where Dansby Swanson signed away and he kind of had an opening, he's taken over. He became an all-star for them. He became great. And that's awesome. The team saw that in him and got him there and did everything to put that there. I mean, if you look at Orlando Arcia's numbers right now, he is batting .291, which is where Christian Yelich is. On this season, .291 with a .345 OPS and a .780 793, or I'm sorry, 345 OBP and a 793 OPS. That is incredible. Those are like career statistics. That's better than Orlando Arcia's career to this point. So, I mean, there was no knowing that this even existed. I mean, one of his best years with us, I think his batting average was 260. Yeah, 260 was his best batting average. So 260, 317, and 416 with a 733. So he is putting above and beyond career numbers up right now. So this isn't a situation where we can look back and say, well, gosh, Orlando Arcia is someone that we should have kept around. Willy Adames shouldn't be here. No, that this is unexpected. He stepped up, he put up, and he shut up, and he's in the right organization to do it. I see Richard made a comment. The Brewers are fighters until the very end of the games. Makes us proud to see what there's no quit in this team. There is no quit, and that's the important part. Is that we're in this till the bottom of the ninth, or top of the ninth. I'm sorry, top of the ninth. You know, every out matters. Every out counts, and we had a shot there. Blake Perkins failed to cash in. He got tricked by a ball that Kirby throws like 6 times all season. So, I mean, I'm not going to fault him for that. Good was the bullpen. Again, the bullpen has been putting up scoreless inning after scoreless inning, and that's huge for this team. We fight day in and day out on this field, and the bullpen is right there up in it, and that's huge. So first place team versus first place team, we came to play, we came to fight, and I think we're going to do it tonight too. So that's about all I got to say about last night's game. You got to take the losses too and flush them. You can't hang on to, okay, we lost one against the Braves, one of the best teams in baseball. Great. We're one of the best teams in baseball too. We still have that first place up next to our name in the NL Central. So let's not forget that. Let's not drown ourselves in we lost one to the Braves, because we play again tomorrow. And that's what these guys do every day. Frelick has been called up for his debut. I think that is an important factor, and that's going to be part of what we talk about. Willie, I forgot to mention Willie's big 2-run home run last night to keep us in the game. That was huge. I want to take the side note and be like, I love these City Connect jerseys every time they have them on, and everything is themed around this City Connect. I am all about it. I am very all about it. My City Connect jersey is actually a Brandon Woodruff jersey, which I've been hesitant to wear, but I love it. I absolutely love it. Hands down. Ooh, Devin Williams bobblehead is coming out. Team USA. I'm going to love that, and that's huge. That's 8-5, Saturday 8-5. Oh, I'm looking forward to that one. So that being said, let's talk about this Sal Frelick thing. Let's enjoy it. Sal Frelick, MLB Pipeline's number 17 ranked prospect, is coming from AAA Nashville. They cleared the spot by designating Ramal Tapia. Ramal Tapia was another serviceable player to add to the crew. He was not a guy that was perfect. He wasn't a perfect fit. He did what he needed to do at the time that he needed to do it. Sal was injured. We all remember that. Sal got injured when Garrett Mitchell got injured, and unfortunately we didn't have the option to bring Sal up. He's our number 2 prospect. He's hitting .252 with 2 homers, 8 steals, and 697 OPS over 43 games in the minors this season. He was selected with the 15th overall pick in the 2021 MLB draft out of Boston College. Sal Frelick has had a quick rise through the club's system. He reached AAA last year, finished the campaign with a .331, .403, .480 slash, 11 homers, 24 steals over 119 games at 3 minor league levels before participating in 2003 World Baseball Classic. He played for Team Italy, and he did really well. He's wearing number 10. I'm on the hype train. I was hyped early this season, and maybe I didn't press it as much and talk about it as much, but I was hyped earlier this season when we were talking about Weimer and Turang. It was good. It's good that Turang came back too. I mean, those are the pros and cons, the ups and downs of the ebbs and flows, and it's good to see it. I'm happy. I'm excited. Like, bring it. This is what we've been waiting for. We wanted Garrett Mitchell and to be in the mix, but unfortunately injuries happen, things happen. This is part of baseball and part of the long haul of this. It would have been great if we would have had Woody. Imagine where we would be if we would have had Woody starting and healthy all season. Just imagine. You know what I mean? Imagine things worked out a little better. I'm always glasses half full. I'm always optimistic. This is part of my show. This is part of what I do. Just reading baseball notifications on my wrist, as I always do. Losses happen. It's what you do the next day that counts. Yes, exactly. And that's what they've been doing. If you notice every loss for the last month and every loss in the month of July, the next day we came out to play. We came out and fought hard. You could say, "Oh, we didn't come to play in the Cubs," but it's the Cubs. Those are you give and you take. Unfortunately, I think he will be a great bat. I think it's going to take some adjustment. He's going to come out just like Weimer did, just like Turang did. They're going to come out hitting strong because nobody's ever seen him and they don't have any tape and they don't know. But he's going to come out strong. He will. And you go on a limb. Let's call it ding dong in the first at bat. Calling it. Put it on the board. First at bat, ding dong. Multiple run ding dong coming from Sal Frelick. You heard it here first on the Miller Park Minute podcast. There's one person watching this, so if that one person does see it, be here to celebrate with me. I'll tweet a video of me celebrating it. But that being said, this is the time, guys. This is the time. The time is now. We are on a journey, and I'm going to tell you about this. I'm going to take a break from talking baseball for a second here. First and foremost, we're on a journey. We're on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, Instagram. We're putting up reels. If you haven't looked, check the feed. If you give me $5 if it happens, I love it. Check the feed. We are going to be coming strong. This is no longer a time of traditional media hosts, and these traditional media hosts, the guys that I will not name in this podcast, I can call them out. I will, and I have before at certain junctures for different dumb things they say and do. But the big piece of this is the time is now to get better media, to get more positive media, to get more bang for our buck, to get better content, better talk, and to spend more time. Like, the Brewers aren't spent any zero time on the Brewers and how good this team can be and is. And I'm sick of it. I'm on all these platforms: Rumble, YouTube, Spotify, Apple, Google, iHeartRadio, Castbox, for that purpose. I want to put out the good, the bad, the positives, When I do the good, the bad, and the downright ugly, I talk about these things because you don't need to spend all this time on the bad. I spend just as much time on good as I do bad and ugly. But then it's a flush and we move forward and we talk about something else. We've got trade episodes recorded in the hopper, ready to talk about different things like bringing Josh Hader back. We've got different trade targets that we've talked about from the previous video with Wisco Fanatics, my guys over there. We've got all kinds of stuff coming, reels, you name it. Get ready. It was coincidental. Now, I put this shirt on this morning before the call up, and it was coincidental that I put on the freshman t-shirt. Now, there's a missing freshman from this t-shirt, but maybe there'll be a new one. Maybe there'll be a time is now. And something with Sal Frelick. I would hope for it. I'm hoping for it. I'm going to check the website later. But that being said, guys, this is huge. Like, We're in first place. We're calling up like one of the top 2 guys in our organization. And we're playing a team that we can beat. At the end of the day, what more do you want? We can beat the Atlanta Braves. They're not unbeatable. I don't know. I'm excited about baseball. I'm excited about a lot of things, guys. I've posted new content, like I said, but I'm also posting my personal content, which is something I've kind of kept close to the vest. So if you follow me on a personal level, you can always check out my photography and videography content there. It's on now. I have just decided, like I created Unlock. I mean, I'll show you an example. I took Polaroids. Why? Because I have a Polaroid camera, and like those are content and things that are going to be posted regularly. So if you follow me and you like my brand and you like who I am, feel free to check out all my handles. Just a little self-plug, self-promotion. I sometimes can be the king of it, but I just right now, I think now is the time to realize that there's a lot of good coming. I am so excited about this Brewers season. I've already been talking about it every day, but I'm going to continue to talk about it on the regular. We're going to cover everything. We didn't talk about scores last night. Even though we're in progress today yet, we'll still talk about the 25th just so we know. Cubs beat the Cards, taking them back a step. The Cards were on a victory string. I think that's huge to see the Cubs take down the Cards. Cincinnati, however, did beat the D-backs. So we didn't do any ground gaining there. Pittsburgh lost to the Angels and Shohei Ohtani. And of course, we lost to the Braves. So that's around the division. I think those things are things that we need to spend time on and focus on. I talked a little bit about the window video. The window video is going to be out on Fanatics, brewfanatics.com. Another one of my friends, another one of my sources. It's going to be out coming in the next day or so. I don't know. Maybe it is already there. I guess I didn't look. When you post as much video and when you do as much content as I do, sometimes the window is wide open. Oh, it's there. He actually updated my title too, and I love it. I love it. So these guys over at Brew Fanatics are actually guys that own a Twins page. So they give me the freedom to write and put out what I want, but I put it out there and I say, I think this is the title, and sometimes they'll be like, "Oh no, the title is The Window is Wide Open." So the window is wide open. Go over to brewfanatic.com. That's the only place exclusive for those videos. You can see that content. Watch it. Drop a comment on it. Join the community over there. There is a live discussion going on right now, actually, about Sal Frelick on the Brew Fanatic community. It's like a red banner on top of the conversation. Go join that conversation. There's conversations everywhere about this because this is huge. Everybody's excited. I think I said Chal about Sal. Did I really say Chal about Sal? That's funny. Yeah, I did. Oh my gosh. Over on Facebook, I screwed it up. It's okay. But is there anything else that there's an article that I read earlier today, and I kind of find it funny. Barry Larkin has been an influence on Willie Adames. And there's kind of this cool little article that McKelvey did talking about it. And they did this big thing. Kind of cool read. Go check it out. Brewers.com. I'm not gonna read the whole article to you or anything like that. Let's look at the top 30 prospect list. Being that we took a name off the list, let's moving on to prospect status. All right, so now we are down. If you look at it, Jackson Churio, number 2 prospect is going to be Jefferson Curo, Jacob Mrazowski, Misarowski. I don't know how to say it, but you know what I mean. Like the guy that everybody thinks is untouchable. All these top 5 guys people think are untouchable, and I love it. I enjoy it. We can debate it too if you want to come and debate it. If you're listening to this and you disagree with me, but then you're gonna. So that would move Eric Brown Jr. shortstop prospect into the top. Robert Gasser, who was a big piece of the Josh Hader trade, is still not in the top 5, which I find interesting. He's just going to be looking on the outside looking in. Uribe has already been promoted to. Still got Small hanging down there. A lot of guys, a lot of names we'll probably see at some point. I don't think we're going to see Jackson. I don't want to see Jackson. I really don't think we need to cash that in right now. I want to wait a year to cash that in. Let Yelich get a year older. Let these guys get a little bit more time experienced under their belts. And let's let the freshman class rule. Who we got pitching tonight? Who do we got? What's the matchup? Hauser. We got Hauser on the hill versus Winanis. I'm bad with pronouncing names, just so you know. But he has no record, so it must be his debut. 3-2 ERA, 3-2 with 3.79 ERA is Hauser's ERA for tonight's matchup. Guys, I'm ready for this thing to get started. It starts at 6:15. We are close. We're close. It's a big day. It's the call up of Sal Frelick, number 2 prospect. God, I love that bobblehead. I have to say, this is one of my favorite bobbles of the season. Coming up here with this Devin Williams Team USA bobblehead. This is probably one of the coolest ones we've gotten so far. So, and I got City Connect Burns back there, that season seat. That was pretty cool. But this is probably the next coolest in comparison. We do have some change to some of the numbers that I love to talk about. The leaders, 287 batting average for Christian Yelich. Let's highlight that for a minute. Christian Yelich is batting 287. The guy who everybody's called wash, the guy who's everybody's hated on for years now, multiple years, is batting 287 with 71 runs batted, 71 runs, 54 runs batted in, and 21 stolen bases. Christian Yelich is back, baby. I said this a while ago, but he's back, baby. Still do not like him. Ooh, who's that? Is that my wife? Jessica. Hi, sweetie. He is back, though. He's batting crazy. He is the best player on this Milwaukee Brewers ball club right now. And Corbin Burns is back in the pitching aspect. So with the last 2 outings for Corbin Burns, we have seen a comeback in the making. And maybe it's since the conversation with Matt Arnold. And maybe Matt Arnold made him feel more comfortable about being on the team and his positioning, and that's huge. That's fucking huge. 9 wins, 3.49 ERA, 125 strikeouts, and a whip of 1.06, which has gone down. Same with the ERA. It's huge. And of course, we got Devin leading the way with the saves. Of course. Why not? Let's talk about the big leaderboard, the big NL Central leaderboard, and talk about kind of where we stand and versus everybody else in the full standings. Just so you guys get a fuller picture, we're going to talk full standings today. So if you look at the top of our division, You've got the Milwaukee Brewers at 54 and 44. 1.5 above. 7.5 above the Cubs. 10 above the Cardinals. Told you to watch out for those Cardinals. They're coming. They're coming for us. And 11.5 above Pittsburgh. That is, in and of itself, a beautiful sight. A beautiful, beautiful sight. But if you look around the league, now let's go over to, let's not talk, well, we already know. The Atlanta Braves are killing it, 63 and 33. But if we go over to the National League West, which, wait, correction, we have a bad division, right? Right, the Brewers in first place at 54 and 44 is a bad division. That's what we've been told, and that's what traditional media, who we're trying to stop, is telling us. I call them crotchety Milwaukee sports media. Even the guys from Journal Sentinel are crotchety. But our division is bad. Well, wait a second. The Dodgers are winning their division with 56 and 40 as their record. That's 4 games. They're only leading their division by 3 games. Wait a second. That's 1.5 less than us. So why is our division so bad, but the NL West isn't bad? That makes no sense. No sense. No sense. But this is what the media is going to tell you. This is what Milwaukee sports media, these guys that come on, do a podcast, they do a radio show, they think that they know it all. And that's not the truth. You can start hearing from guys like me and the Wisco Fanatics, the Barrel Banter. There's more positive out here than you realize. And just so you're aware, there's 2 teams 3 games back in the NL West. Arizona and the Giants. And then the San Diego Padres from there, and the Colorado Rockies are in dead last at 18 games back. So, I mean, their division isn't any much better than ours. And then if you go over to the AL East, the AL East has been a crazy tight race. The leader of that division is 59 and 38, followed by 61 and 40. Or, well, actually, I guess it's a tie. Sorry. But Baltimore comes before Tampa in the alphabet, so we got to put them in alphabetical order. Then we got Toronto at 54 and 44, which is our record, and they're good. These guys are good teams, quote unquote good teams. We beat some of these teams. We are first. Nice baby Yoda, thank you. Love you. I honestly, it's funny to think that the best baseball is yet to be played, and there's going to be a stretch here, Richard, that is going to be unlike any other. We're going to have Corbin Burns back in full swing. We're going to have Brandon Woodruff back in full swing. We're going to have Sal Frelick. We're going to have Joey Weimer. We're going to have Bryce Turang. We're going to have MVP Christian Yelich, Contreras, Willie Adames banging him. He's a home run leader. He ain't gonna lose that home run lead. He's fighting. He's scratching. He plays with grit. It's gonna be good, and I am just more hyped for it. I don't need to break into the AL much more than I do. The NL East division is 63 and 33 for the Atlanta Braves. The Philadelphia Phillies coming in at 52 and 45, who we just beat. We just took a series from them. Miami 53 and 47. I don't even know if we played Miami. I can't. This schedule throws me off as to who we played because it's not like it's so all over the board. We beat the Mats a bunch of times, 46 and 51. They spent all the money in the world, and we beat them. 39 and 48, or and 58 are the Nationals. We got them coming up on the next homestand. Do we play them at home or do we play them on the road? I don't know off the top of my head. Richard, I love that you hang with me. I appreciate you, buddy. It's so much fun to have these conversations, to talk with somebody And to do this is why I do this. This is what this show is for. This is the point of this show. This is the point of these broadcasts. Let's look at the schedule. Schedule. I think the Nats are at home. Nope, on the road. I was wrong. We start August with the Nats on the road. Then we have Pittsburgh come home. And then we got the Rockies at home for 3 after the 4-game series with Pittsburgh. I might get out to that Pittsburgh series. That Devin Williams bobblehead's got my name on it. I wish Thursday was a day game. Is there a day game in this series? Oh, there is a day game next Wednesday. I might do 2. I haven't done two Brewers games in a week in a long time. So we'll see. We'll see how it goes. We'll see how it cracks out. I got EAA coming up, so that's a busy time for me right now. I'm excited. I'm excited, guys. I think you should be too. I think this is going to be a great game. As Richard said, we have not played our best baseball yet, and that's the key. The freshmen are the key. Burns, Woody, Christian, Contreras, they are the keys. And we could trade for somebody. So player did yet be named could be somebody that could be huge. All right, guys, that is all I got for right now. But stay tuned to the channel because there's going to be more coming, more podcasts, more time, more in your feed of this face. Me talking Brewers baseball. Let's get it, guys. Join down below. Thank you, Richard, for your subscription. We always appreciate that. If you want to support me on a monetary status, you can join just like our friend Richard has done. Much love. Nothing but love. You guys have a great rest of your day. As always, go Brew Crew. We're going to get them tonight. Let's get the Braves. Woo!